Okay, our next video clip is around technology. So all of you know that we have a full-time technology teacher and CRT in our building, Melissa Daniel. Melissa Daniel takes care of co-teaching with classroom teachers. She takes care of any type of staff development that we need to provide our staff in terms of technology. She also takes care of all of the devices in our building. And we, oh my goodness, have a lot of devices. So not only teacher laptops, but she takes care of all of the iPads, the desktops, and the Chromebooks in our building. So she's got a pretty big job. So technology, thinking about the instructional component of technology. So co-teaching is what we do at Stone Mountain. So Mrs. Daniel will come in and co-teach with the classroom teacher or the specials teacher to provide instruction, not only for the teacher, but also for the students. So the grade level teacher and the students work collaboratively with Mrs. Daniel. This is not a time for Mrs. Daniel to come in and the classroom teacher or the specials teacher is grading papers or checking email or answering messages. The teacher must be engaged in learning with the students. So it is that true co-teaching model. Teachers are our lead learners. So if the teacher is in there with the students learning the technology with Mrs. Daniel, you as a teacher will not only understand the technology to be able to provide assistance to your students, but your students will see, oh my gosh, my teacher is grappling with this new learning as well. So this is important stuff. So Mrs. Daniel is there to co-teach with all of our staff here in the building. Make sure that you use Melissa's calendar to check out time with her. Shoot her an email, use her calendar, use Melissa. She's a wealth of knowledge, not only with technology, but also instructional strategies, because as most of you know, she was a classroom teacher for years. So make sure that you utilize her. I know kindergarten does a great job of utilizing her in terms of our little friends. 3rd and 4th grade use her all the time. I know some 5th grade classes are using her. So really, and I know all of you are using her, but really think about and talk with your grade level colleagues and talk with other colleagues in the building of how they're utilizing Melissa, because she is a valuable resource. And honestly, student achievement and student ownership go up when technology is involved. So she is here to help you as a resource. In terms of devices, so we have a form on our Symbaloo, our staff Symbaloo, if you need assistance with any type of device in the building. So that could be your microphone that you wear around your neck. That could be a student device, a desktop, a projector, your own computer. Please make sure you use that form if you have an issue with technology. New teachers, I will show you that form during new teacher orientation to Stone Mountain. Because that form helps Melissa prioritize all of the devices that we have in the building to make sure that everyone gets their device or whatever, the microphone, whatever they need help with, taken care of. Please do not send kids with their device around the building looking for Melissa. Her number one priority is helping students and helping teachers instructionally, not with devices. She has a very small period of time each week to help with devices. I believe it's like an 80-20. So 80% is instruction, 20% is helping with devices. So during that 20% time, she will get to it if you send her a Google form through that staff Symbaloo. So please make sure that we get that taken care of. Teachers, it is essential. You must watch the students' use of devices. If students are mistreating devices, you have to act. You have to take that device away from them. If it is something that is in the code of conduct, which you have been emailed, because parents were emailed that and they have to sign that as they register, it is essential that we hold our students accountable. Each device is about $400, each Google Chromebook. And so when our kids are picking out the letter keys, when they're switching up the screens, when they're messing with the bottoms and taking out the screws, they are honestly, they are vandalizing a piece of Stone Mountain property. If they were taking a knife and they were carving their name into a desk, that is just as bad as taking their finger and taking one of the keys out of a device. So if we want to continue to have one-to-one devices, teachers, you are our best line of defense. You've got to have systems in place, and you have to make sure that our students know that you are watching them and that we are acting if they are not using their Chromebook or their iPad appropriately. So please make sure you're aware of conditions of these devices at all times. Student device expectations, obviously walk with the devices closed and hold appropriately. Devices should never be placed on the floor. That does actually hurt the electrical current of our devices. No food or drink on tables when the devices are being used. So we can't have water bottles on tables. Students cannot be eating snack while they're using their devices, and they must be under direct supervision. Obviously, we have a cell phone, an Apple Watch, a Gizmo rule policy. They cannot have their cell phone, Apple Watch, or Gizmo out at any time. If you see it, and this goes for any staff member, if you see it, it needs to come to my office with that student, or Katie's office, down to the office with that student right away. We do have a pretty strict policy in place, so please make sure that you follow that policy, because that will help you make sure that your learning environment is safe from any type of electronics that should not be used. So make sure you go over those expectations with students at the beginning of the school year. So that first infraction, if you see their cell phone, or if they're talking on their, Apple Watch or what that is, they will have their cell phone or device taken away and returned at the end of the day. So they need to come straight down to the office. We will keep it, we will document it, and they can come get it from us at the end of the day. The second infraction, they will have it taken from them, locked up in the office until a parent can come to school to get it. So they do not get it that day. The parent, unless their parent comes to school physically and talks to Katie or I to get their device back. The third infraction is the student will no longer be allowed to bring their cell phone or device to school, and we will have a parent conference. The parent, the teachers, the student, and the administrator. So that is our cell phone policy, so please make sure you go over that with your students. Let's see, try technology when you're ready. All grade levels might not be ready at the same time, and that is totally okay. But fail forward, be willing to try new technology. Melissa is here to help you. Sarah is here to help you. Your grade level teams are here to help you. And then also other colleagues on staff are here to help you. So fail forward, use technology. Once again, it is use technology as an addition to enhance your lessons. If you think about the SAMR model, you've got the substitution at the bottom, which is where you're just having your kids type their final draft. That is the lowest level use of technology. Use it to augment or change or create in your lessons. That is the best way to use technology. So hopefully that helps.